and welcome to the Dr. Phyllis Show. We have a very interesting show for you today. Today joining us we have John and Sarah, two kids, 10 and 14, both having gender issues. John likes to watch My Little Ponies and play with Barbies, while Sarah is having body issues at school and lashing out at people for no reason at all. Let's see what advice we have for the Franklin family today. Today's show is sponsored by Xanax. In times of panic, don't stress, take Xanax.
Welcome to the Dr. Phyllis Show. I'm your host, Dr. Phyllis Phalange, reminding you to keep growing. Today on our show, we have a family who is having trouble with their children. They have a boy and a girl. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Franklin. Welcome to the show, Mr. and Mrs. Franklin.
Thank you for having us on the show, Dr. Phyllis. We have some questions about our children.
Ah, yes, your 10-year-old son, Jonathan, and 14-year-old daughter, Sarah.
So Jonathan has been acting out lately, and Sarah has been coming home from school every day crying.
Ah, very interesting. I suspect your son does not have a good outlet to let his feelings out, and your daughter is experiencing some criticism from other girls at school.
What do you mean our son doesn't have a good enough outlet?
Well, boys have a very specific definition of masculinity, so they try to hide parts of themselves, which they view as too tender, or even too smart.
So why does he seem like he's not doing well in school? We know he's capable, but he doesn't want to do any homework.
Since school is not very active, and young boys like to move around a lot, school is a hard thing for young boys to pay attention to. Boys are 30% more likely to drop out than girls.
We're going to have a short commercial break. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hey, ladies. Enjoying the film? Of course not. Because this is our movie! And Dr. Pepper 10 is our soda. It's only 10 manly calories, but with all 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper. It's what guys want, like this. Catchphrase. So you can keep the romantic comedies and lady drinks. We're good. Dr. Pepper 10, it's not for women!
Welcome back, everybody. The truth is that there are some biological differences between males and females, like boys being more energetic than girls, even though they're the same age. Most of these differences come from the way that children are treated from childbirth. In two recent studies, there were two children dressed in entirely different outfits, the boy in the girl's outfit and the girl in the boy's outfit. In these studies, they were treated differently upon which gender they were perceived to be.
That's great, Dr. Phyllis, but what about Sarah?
Yeah, she's good at telling us what's wrong, but she's still always crying.
Yes, this is very common in young girls. Sarah's classmates tease her because Hollywood and society gives young women an impossible standard to look up to. You just need to tell her to be confident about who she is.
Okay, so how can we help her with her body image?
Just tell her she's beautiful the way she is and keep telling her that. Also, remind her that celebrities and Hollywood stars only look the way they do because they've been heavily photoshopped. The Hollywood beauty standard is impossible for even Hollywood to live up to.
Okay, we'll do that, but we're still afraid that she might be depressed.
Well, adolescent depression is a big deal, especially for young girls, although depression among young boys is increased to be almost the same as it is for girls. And then there's always bullying that doesn't help. Today's new technology, bullying is prevalent even on the internet. A 2006 poll said that 1 in 3 teens and 1 in 6 preteens have been bullied on the internet.
Wow.
That's awful.
Well, duh. Well, some kids at school started a Facebook group that said Sarah Franklin is a fat, ugly lesbo.
You promised you wouldn't tell!
I'm gonna kick that principal fucking ass.
Oh, we didn't know you were being bullied online, too.
Oh yeah? Well, John started getting into fights at school because the boys started making fun of him for watching My Little Pony with me.
You traitor!
Wait, my boy was watching some sissy little pony show?
There's nothing wrong with that, Mr. Franklin.
But it's cartoon ponies. That's sissy shit.
The Does that make it bad?
Yeah, Dad, you don't care that I watch James Bond and shoot guns and stuff.
It's different when a girl likes guy things.
Are you trying to say that girl things are inferior to boy things?
What? No? Help me out here.
Your husband doesn't mean to offend, but it is true that our society treats feminine things as inferior to masculine things. That's why it's alright for girls to play sports and get dirty, but if a boy wants to learn how to sew, or watch a show with pastel ponies, he gets called a sissy or gay. Sexism is harmful to everyone, not just girls. It's like Happy Meals always have two toys, the boy toy and the girl toy. The boy toy is usually based on something violent, while the girl toy is supposed to be cute. Boys get cars and robots, girls get princesses and ponies.
But that's what boys and girls like.
No, that's not all they like.
Yeah, we both like ponies and robots.
I'll have to admit, I like robots too.
I like robots too.
So do I.
So you're saying sexism hurts everybody?
Exactly. And that looks like all we have time for today. Please stay tuned for Dr. Lowry and his show on Lady Gaga, Man or Woman.
Today on the Dr. Phyllis Show, we summed up sexism is harmful to not only your children, but to everyone around you. Today we learned that there are no real boundaries between what is male and what is female. Over and out, I'm Megan, and I'm out to go ride my quads.